At MSTSI, Arastra Services manage cargo. They manage movement of cargo to ensure organized handling. Term 25 is manifest. It is a detailed list of cargo on board a vessel. Customs uses this to verify shipments upon arrival. At the NMM, they mention that the shipping line must submit the electronic manifest to BOC Subic before the vessel even arrives. If the bill of lading number is missing or has a typo on the manifest, the shipment is invisible to the system. Resolving a manifest discrepancy requires a formal amendment process that can delay you by several days. And term 26 is freight forwarding, the service of arranging shipment and transport of goods. So forwarders in the Subic area specialized in moving goods for the various factories located within the Freeport. The MSTSI coordinate the multimodal journey where sea freight to port, followed by trucking to warehouse. Term 27 is supply chain visibility. It is the ability to track goods throughout the entire supply chain. The NMM brokerage believes that visibility is key to managing expectations. They mention that using GPS on their trucks allows them to tell a client exactly when their container will arrive at their warehouse. Next is term 28 is transshipment. It is the transfer of goods from one vessel to another during transport. Term 28 is transshipment. It is the transfer of goods from one vessel to another during transport. MSTSI is known for handling agricultural products such as chicken feed products, and also MSTSI involves moving cargo from a large mother vessel to smaller feeder ships or trucks. And the term 29 is LCL, or less than container load. It is defined as shipment that does not fill a full container and is shared with other cargo. And NMM suggests that LCL is the best bet for money saving since goods share a container with others, which keeps costs down. However, according to the speaker, it is a bit slower than renting a full container. That's why an importer needs to wait a few extra days for the consolidator to unpack everything before they can grab their pallet. Term 30 is FCL, or full container load. It is a shipment that uses a whole container exclusively. I observe that MSTSI moves the entire sealed container directly from the ship to a truck, while the NMM clears the whole load as one unit, which is much faster than LCL. Term 31 is chassis. It is a trailer used to transport containers on land. During peak season of NMM, they figured out that finding an available trailer frame to move a 40-foot container can be a challenge, so they use a chassis to make the operation efficient and effective. Term 32 is port throughput. It is the total volume of cargo handled by a port. High throughput means the port is healthy, and the Bureau of Customs and Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority system are handling the volume efficiently. For the observation, for the MSTSI, they believe that higher throughput means more opportunities to demonstrate their brokerage speed. Term 33 is Freeport Zone in Subic context. It is a special area where goods can be imported with tax incentives and fewer restrictions. As I observe, operating in a Freeport zone means that, for tax purposes, the area is treated as separate from the rest of the Philippines until goods leave the zone. This allows companies in Subic to bring in raw materials, make products, and export them without paying regular taxes. No wonder there are many investors building their business in Subic, because it is a tax-free place or area. Essentially, it is a tax-free area that helps Subic become a more center for manufacturing. Let's now move on to special economic zones and incentives in PEZA Baguio. Term 34 is Ecozone. Ecozone, it is a designated area offering tax incentives to attract investors. Unfortunately, we were not given the opportunity to visit the PEZA Baguio facility because there was an event scheduled on the day of our arrival. However, being an ecozone means it has its own PEZA Customs office on site, which was tackled by our professor last semester, and it speeds up processing since the officers are familiar with manufacturing or other electronics such as electronics manufacturing. Term 35 is Income Tax Holiday. Income tax holiday is a period where registered businesses are exempt from paying income tax. Term 36 is cross-border trade. It is a trade of goods and services between different countries. Term 37 is indirect export. It is selling goods to a local company that exports them abroad. Term 38 is zero-rated VAT, as I mentioned a while ago, that goods or services taxed at 0%, meaning no VAT is charged. Term 39 is customs territory. It is an areas of the country where irregular customs law apply. Term 40, which is the admission. So the entry of goods into an economic zone with special rules. Term 41 is PEZA Gate Pass. It is a document allowing movement of goods in and out of the ecozone. Term 42 is constructive exportation. It is goods treated as exports even if they don't physically leave the country. In my observation, and it was tackled also by Sir Pablo, that firm in the Baguio City Economic Zone sells good to another PEZA firm. Let's say for example, in Cavite Economic Zone, even though the goods never leave the Philippines, it is legally treated as an export and an import. And this allows both companies to maintain their tax-free status throughout the transaction. Term 43 is Certificate of Origin. It is a document certifying where the goods were produced. Term 44 is Surety Bond. It is a guarantee that obligations such as duties and taxes will be paid. Let us now move on to operation and quality standards. Term 45 is Good Manufacturing Practices. It is a standards ensuring products are consistently produced safely and with quality. For my practical observation, the speaker from the Good Manufacturing told us that we have to wear full PPE and hairnets just to enter or when we enter a production floor. Term 46 is Quality Assurance. It is a process that ensures quality standards are met throughout production. In good manufacturing, quality assurance is all about preventing defects by designing strong processes and constantly checking them. It sets the standard operating procedures for everything from receiving raw materials to manufacturing for the finished product. Quality assurance is why global brands trust good manufacturing workforce because they have uphold the made in Philippines reputation for quality. Term 47 is quality control. It is the process of inspecting the final product to find defects. As my practical observation, I saw that there is a testing area at the plant which acts as the final gatekeeper before products are shipped out. Term 48 is lead time. It is a total time from order placement to the delivery. Term 49 is inventory management. It is the process of tracking and controlling stocks levels. As my observation, good manufacturing utilizes an inventory management system specifically developed to support high-volume export operations within the Subic Bay Freeport Zone. This system is customized to address the complexities of the luxury leather goods sector, ensuring accurate monitoring of various raw materials and finished products. And for the last term, Term 50, just in time, is an inventory strategy where materials are received only as they are needed for production. As my observation, good manufacturing uses this to minimize warehouse costs and keep their production line efficient.